What's up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with the season finale of Love During Lockup. This is season 5, episode 58, you guys. This episode is titled Revenge Served Poolside. It was a solid episode, you guys. I found myself being like, some of y'all stupid. But we're going to get into it as we get into it. But before we do get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, you guys, turning on your post notifications, and also by sharing the video. And with that out of the way, without further ado, you guys, let us go ahead and get into this episode of Love After Lockup, you guys, shall we? All right, you guys, so the first person we're going to start up with is going to be MJ and Willie, because we didn't see them in this episode. We really just saw them at the end of the episode where the producers gave their closing. So we found out that MJ and Willie, they're still engaged. She's no longer speaking to Ami, and his Willie's release got delayed because of a warrant that he had, and he will be soon moving to a halfway house. And that is it for MJ and Willie. So we've got them out the way, and that's so crazy. I just watched it, so that's why it was fresh on my, because it's actually on my notes, but I remembered that just from watching it. But pretty cool. Did they didn't wrap up Savannah and Bradley, did they? Child, if they did, I wasn't paying attention. Let's talk about Savannah and Bradley. It ain't nothing to it. So Savannah is actually getting ready to go pick up Bradley from prison, right? So we see her as she goes to the hotel. Her mom called her. Her mom is just worried about Savannah. And we see Savannah, she got to the prison. It's so crazy that she puts Bradley on such a high pedestal, right? Because she's talking about this is the only thing that she's ever been on time for in her life, because her grandmother says that she would be late to her own funeral, but I'm on time to pick up this man. I was like, wow, you're that desperate for a man? You're that pathetic? You know what, Savannah, if it is what it is, right? Again, you guys, I don't remember seeing Savannah's closing. I know Savannah's going to be on Life After Lockup. Not Life After Lockup. Love After... Y'all, I get these so... Love After Lockup. Savannah's going to be on Love After Lockup, and that premieres in March, you guys. So you guys know next week they're going to be doing a whole new... they're doing a whole new thing. Love After Lockup, crime story. I'm wondering if they... Love After Lockup will be... I'm actually about to go look at the guide and see if it's in there. Because, again, y'all know, like I said, they're doing Love After Lockup, crime stories. I have no intentions of... I may peek in and watch it. But as far as reviewing it, it's... Y'all know it's gonna be... That's going to be an absolute, not going to happen. Like, I can tell you guys that right here, right now. The crime story shit, I ain't watching it. I don't have any intentions of watching that. Child, and I was laughing, but that is exactly what Love After Lockup is doing. I'm laughing, but that is exactly what they're going to do. So next week's episode is going to be season 5, episode 59, Lindsay and Garrett. Garrett must be from Garrett. I have to remember who Garrett is. And then Brittany and Quaylen. I wonder which Brittany. We don't have a lot of Brittany's. Brittany, I guess that's Brittany. Oh God, please don't let it be that. Please don't let it be Brittany. Like, I think it is Brittany from Marcelino. Oh, good God. WeTV, y'all really trying it. Y'all do these people so wrong when it comes to numbering these episodes. Y'all so depending on how long this crime story stuff lasts, it's gonna be up to, because we at 58. Next week is gonna be 50, quote unquote 59, and then the following week is gonna be 60. So depending on how many weeks until we get to Love After Lockup, it'll probably be 70 episodes in a season. Child, I can't with WeTV. Y'all really don't want to pay these people. That is horrendous. That is terrible. Like, y'all really truly don't want to pay these people for doing this show. But it is what it is, you guys. It is what it is. Like I said, I'm looking at the episode again. Oh, so Savannah and Bradley, yep, Savannah and Bradley will reunite on Love After Lockup. I really don't want to see Savannah and Bradley again, and I don't want to see that damn plantation house that her grandmother lives in. Like, I just don't want to see any of that, but we gonna see Savannah nonetheless. Are y'all excited to see more Savannah? Because I know for sure he ain't. Savannah's just a no for me. Savannah is just a resounding no for me. But yeah, that's all we got. Let's go ahead and move on to the next person. All right, you guys, let's go to Crystal and Sam. Crystal and Sam. Sam. I was gonna say maybe the pussy is that good, but you ain't never saw her. You ain't had sex with her. You ain't sniffed it. You ain't took a whiff of it. So I can't say your pussy whipped because you ain't. Damn. So you guys remember last week's episode, Crystal was upset with Sam because Sam didn't come visit her, right? Mind you, Sam had just worked overtime so that way he can take care of him and her. That's why I say she's selfish and ungrateful as fuck, right? I'd divorce the hell for it immediately. That's just me being me, right? So we see him is daylight. Then 10 hours later, 10 hours pass, right? And so when the 10 hours passed, she called him up and she's like, she's been waiting for that day for 5 years to be able to be eligible for parole, right? And so she was waiting for that day to be eligible for parole, and she just wanted him to be down there with her. I was like, girl, what the fuck was it gonna change? You being eligible for parole, so obviously it was a weekend, because here in Texas you visit, I'm pretty sure it's the same in other states, right? But you go visit people on the weekend when they're in the prisons. You go visit them on Saturday and Sunday. The parole boards are not they're not functioning on Saturday and Sundays. They function Monday through fucking Friday. So what the fuck was him being there gonna do for you? Like, Crystal is such, oh God, I can't stand Crystal. Lord Jesus, I hope I don't, when it comes down to Crystal, like, I hope I don't know nobody. I don't think I know her. I don't think I know her. And I hope I never run into her at home. Because if I do, I'm just gonna tell her how I really feel about her. That I think she's a piece of shit and her husband should divorce her. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Because I really do believe he lives in the city, he works in the city of Tyler. I don't know if he actually lives in the city of Tyler. My family lives in the city of Tyler, and I visit them. So again, if I run into her, I run into him, and I don't give a damn. Like I said, I have no problem with repeating things that I said on this channel. If you feel a way about it, you feel a fucking way about it, and I don't give a fuck, right? So she told him that she was upset and she needed him, but then she said she needed some time for herself. Of course, so that's all you got is time for yourself, beloved. Like, that's all you got is time and space. You're in prison. You're not going anywhere. I wish this dog would shut the fuck up barking, too. Oh, God, this dog won't shut the fuck up. So, so she ain't got shit but time. So I'm like, girl, shut up. So then, in a confusing turn of events, he apologizes to her. I said, say what now? You apologizing to her because you worked overtime so that way you can take care of yourself and her, and she's ungrateful and she goes off on you and you want to apologize to her. Sam, you're dumb. So then he asked her about Brittany. She told him don't think too deep into it, that it's in the past. I was like, Sam, don't buy that. Don't believe that. Don't believe that. I think that your wife is lying to you. Just like you said in last week's episode, some of them are gay for the stay. And just some of, like Maria said, some of them are gay for the stay. And some of them are just gay, you said. And I believe your wife is either gay or bye-bye. One of the two. Bye. One of the two. So he told her he is there with her until 2031. I said, ooh, son of a bitch. Ain't no motherfucking way. Well, y'all got 6 years at this point. Because I'm pretty sure this was filmed at 24. So y'all got 6 years. Good luck. Wouldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Ain't no way in hell. So at the end of the episode, we find out that she's still waiting to hear from the parole board, right? And Sam is still working overtime to support him and Crystal. What a fool. Wouldn't be me. Moving on, you guys. So let's go to Jakima and Donnie. I don't really have much to say about Jakima other than the fact that, I know that I was watching Auntie's advice about it. The last time I went to, when was the last time I went to Houston? I think that was 2 weeks ago that I went to Houston, right? When I guess Jakima had got on social media, because I think it was the episode that she got that ticket in the mail, right? Which I still question I didn't say it then, but I'm saying it now, right? This ticket, how do you get your address? How'd they get her address of anybody, right? But she's not on the visit. She wasn't on the visitation list and all that kind of stuff. So how did they get your address to send you that ticket? I have that question, right? But I guess Jakima was on social media basically saying that this wasn't real. And I was like, I'm okay, girl. I don't care. You still look stupid no matter what, that you moved you moved your kids from here in Dallas to Ohio for a nigga that's in prison and a nigga that ain't getting out of jail for another 4 fucking years. But hey, do you. So she's on the phone with her dad, and her dad asks, is Donnie still in the military? She went on ahead and told her dad, like, yo, dad, he ain't in the military. He in jail. She told him what he's in jail for, right? And then she also told him about the ticket she got in the mail. And so he told her not to get involved. But then he also said, you need to come home. And I actually agree with her daddy. Like, girl, take your ass back home. But Jakima don't want to listen to her daddy, right? Now, Jakima did tell us about her brother who got, oh God, he was murdered, right? And she said he got shot in the chest. And oh God, when she was telling that story, I was like, that is terrible. My prayers are up to you and your family, and the fact that they still don't know who did it. I pray for you and your family. I pray for you guys' healing and you guys' peace. I really do, because I can't. Actually, I can't imagine what that's like, right? Because that happened in the late '90s with my family. Because I have a cousin. His name, I can say his name. We called him K. Well, his name is KY Jr. Right? He was named after my uncle, and I think he was working and living in Houston at this time, but he had just, he had just recently gotten married. But I think him and his wife were going through a separation, and yep, they had just got married. I remember that they had just got married, but then they were separated too at that point when he died. Then he had just got a new truck. He got a new truck, and he went to work one day, and they found him the next morning. He went to work one night. They found him the next morning in a truck, dead, because somebody had shot and killed him. Now, I still don't know if they ever found like with Jakima, I don't know if they ever found my cousin's killer. And that's been over 30 years now, right? Because if I'm not mistaken, that was like 96, 97, I believe. I can't remember, but neither here nor there. But so yeah, I do know what that feels like, to have a loved one get, taken away from you, and you don't have any answers. So, I definitely feel bad for you, Jakima. And like I said, my thoughts, my prayers are with you and your family for sure. But yeah, you guys, let's go ahead and keep going, because I don't want to get emotional. So we see as Jakima's kids. Now, Jakima, when your kids told you that they hated in Ohio, why didn't you listen to your kids? Like, you should have been on the first thing smoking back to Dallas, moving back, because your kids were talking about how they miss their cousins. And I'm pretty sure they do. Like, y'all don't know anybody in Ohio. So who do your kids play with besides each other? Like, girl, take your ass back to Dallas. So Donnie called her, right? And Donnie's giving her this spiel about, him loving, he loved her. He's saying he didn't do anything. I was like, you know what? If she believe it, if she believe it, if she said this is fake, we gonna take it at face value that this is either fake or she just don't give a fuck. And if she don't, neither do I. And that's all I gotta say, right? He told her he loves her, he don't want to lose her. And again, I wish his dog would just shut the fuck up. So we see her as she went back to Dallas to see her family, right? So she told her dad how scared she was when she got that ticket in the mail, right? And he was telling her to, come back home to Dallas, one, so he could spend time with his grandchildren. And I was like, again, like, Jakima, your dad is getting older. He wants to spend time with his grandkids. He don't want to fly out to Ohio. Your kids are telling you they miss home, being with their cousins. Why don't you do the smart thing and move back to be around your family? That would be smart, but neither here nor there, right? That ain't got shit to do with me. She was like, but if she moved back, she'll have to catch a flight back down to Ohio to go see him when she get back on the visitation list. Let's go ahead and get to that. And if let's just wrap up Jakima. So Donnie called, right? Asked her daddy to marry him. Her daddy gave his blessing. Don't know why, but he did, right? Jakima was ecstatic. Now, the closing with Jakima, you were talking to your daddy about when you get back on the visitation list, you would have to fly back down to see Donnie. But 6 months later, you still ain't on that damn visitation list, right? Donnie proposed to her. She said yes. And she's still living in Ohio and no plans to leave. And Donnie is not scheduled to be released until September of 2029. Yep. 29. We're in 2025. 2029. That ain't what you said earlier, girl. That ain't a few months. But okay. If you want to stay in, I'm sorry, why would you want to stay in Ohio that long? And this was filmed in 2024, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. This was in 24. You want to stay in, you know what, Jakima, if you like it, I love it. Let's move on. 2024 to 2029. Bitch, ain't no way. I would have took my ass right back to Dallas on the first thing smoking. Tia and Rob. Tia. You're insecure. And your insecurity showed in this particular episode because Rob didn't do nothing. Like, I don't see where Rob did anything wrong. This was all you. So, Rob and his sister, they got back from going to see his parole officer, right? They went to the mall or went to some stores and got him some clothes. Tia was like, she's been waiting for hours for him to get back. Well, girl, the man didn't even, let's just keep it real with each other, keep it funky. I mean, I know this is going to sound like a pun, but it really wasn't a pun. When I say what I'm about to say next, that wasn't a pun. But let's keep it funky, right? Your man went to go see his parole officer with them same clothes that he came out of prison in, right? So it's not safe to assume, but I'm going to assume Rob didn't take a shower. If he did, he took a shower on and put back on some dirty clothes, which defeats the purpose of taking a shower, right? If you're gonna put back on the same dirty clothes, but neither here nor there, right? So he came back with some fresh clothes. He took a shower. He changed clothes. You questioned him about changing his clothes. I was like, girl, the man just took a shower because you could see him. He had his shirt off. He didn't have a shirt on, and he had a towel wrapped around his waist. I was like, he just took a shower. You don't want him to be fresh and clean? So fresh is so clean. Like you don't want him to be fresh and clean? But okay. So then she flipping out because he talking about he want to go see some people. Now, granted, I'll give her one point, but I'm going to take that point back too, right? You made a valid point that he wants to go see people who wasn't really down for him while he was in prison and didn't go see him. He got that point and he apologized to you, right? But even still, those are still his people. Even if they didn't go see him, he still, wow. Baby, that horse got some nice hair, nice mane. That horse got some nice mane. I'm sorry, you guys. on my television, which I wish I would turn it around so you guys could see it, but on my TV, since it's paused, it has these little, you guys remember back in the day, like, oh God, I'm finna age myself. Age myself. So, back in the day when you used to have those desktop computers, right? And it would, your screen would close, your screen would lock, right? And it would just, what are they called? Because they don't have them anymore. Screensavers? No. Whatever it is, it used to, if you want to have a collage of pictures, but that's kind of what this is on my TV screen. Child, this episode didn't give a whole lot, as you can tell. So, like I said, Tia's going off because she wants him to spend time with her. I get it, girlfriend, but you're doing the most. The man wants to go see his people. Let him spend time with those people, and then it's not like he's saying, I'm going to be with them all day and all night. But she just want to sit up and cuddle up. It's like, girl, this man has been in prison for 10 years. He wants to have a little bit of freedom. But it is what it is, right? So he apologized to her when she said that, she's been the one that's been down for him. And she's like, I don't want you to touch me. And so she got pissed off at him. And then he got pissed off. And so they going back and forth. And eventually she put him out and his stuff. And I was like, oh, poor Rob. I actually felt bad for Rob. I really felt bad for Rob because I was like, this was really all on Tia. This is Tia and her insecurities at play, right? So at the end of the episode, we find out that Tia and Rob broke up after filming. He reconnected with an ex-girlfriend. He moved to Miami. He also wants to be an aspiring model and an actor. The model, I can see. The actor, we don't know, right? Tia says Rob is still pursuing her, but she isn't interested. Okay, whatever. Let's wrap up this episode, you guys, with what I call comedy hour. So this episode picks up with Kaylee, Hunter, and Kate. So you guys remember last week's episode, Hunter broke up with Kaylee. Kaylee stormed out of that office, that little, that salon suites, right? I'm glad you didn't break that glass door, girlfriend, because I was looking at that when she slammed that door. I was like, ooh, girl, if you break that glass door, can you replace it? I doubt it. So her friends came out there, surrounded her, they talking. She's like, I want to go home. I was like, I bet you do want to go home, right? So she get home and she get out the car and she run like, Red man, my grandmama gave me that chain. Like that's all when she started running, that's all I thought about was, man, my grandmama gave me that chain. He gonna cry in the car. She gonna cry in the house. And she did. She cried in the house. So her friends came over and she was just basically telling them like, hey, I don't want to hear y'all say, I told you so. Well, girl, they won't say it, but I will. Told you so. Like, you should have, like, come on. The man is in prison. What did you think he was gonna, like, I don't understand. Like, I know if you guys watched the panel, we were talking about what was coming up, what we all had coming up, right? And I mentioned Love After Lockup, and I know Scotty had mentioned something about, like, how can people, cheat or something. I forgot what he said. But I was like, it's very easy for them to play people. I think we were talking about how you get played by people in prison. And I was like, with this show, it's very easy to get, like we see, it's easy to get played by a person that's in prison, which thinking to yourself logically, like I know we probably think logically, right? And we think like, how the fuck do you get played by somebody that's in prison? But then when you see this show and you see how it happens, you have desperate, gullible people who believe everything that these prisoners are saying to them, and then they get caught up, right? Because that's what happened with Kaylee. I think Kaylee's just desperate and gullible. And that's exactly what it is, right? She's desperate and she's gullible because let's go ahead and just keep. And they're not one of my loud ass neighbors. I got a loud ass neighbor walking through the hallway, and then I got the damn dog barking somewhere. What the fuck? I can't be great today. What are we talking about? Oh, so Hunter says he feels bad, right, for Kaylee, but he realized that he wants to come home to Kate. Shut up, sir. So Hunter then called Kate, who had been ignoring him for days, right? And he wants to tell her, I was just worried about you, and I was worried about us. I said, sir, go on somewhere with the bullshit, right? So he told her that it's over with him and Kaylee, and that he couldn't lose Kate. I said, that's a crock of bullshit. If you believe it, Kate, you're stupid. You're just as dumb as Kaylee is, right? So we move 4 weeks forward, and it's the week that the trailer for this season released. So Kaylee is watching the trailer, and she was like, "I heard his voice," and then I see another woman. I got him. I signed him up for a website for sugar mamas. I mean, shit, girl. It's stupid, but So Kaylee is pissed off. And so Kaylee lets us know that he says that he broke up with her for the television show. I was like, girl, if you were stupid enough to believe that, if you were dumb enough. So she says he was pretending to break up with her. Then she says they've been seeing each other ever since. Because, she says he felt bad after he broke up with her. Girl, no, he did not feel bad after he broke up with you. He was still using your stupid ass. Like, girl, get a backbone. So then she says that she went to go visit him, and because they got their visitation back. Bitch. 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 I ain't calling her bitch, I'm just saying bitch. Because I'm really just thinking about this bitch. Girl, you mean to tell me, so this man broke up with you in front of cameras that are recording you for a television show that's going to be aired to millions of people. Then after that, he calls you back up. You answer the phone like a dumbass and continue this quote unquote relationship with him. Then you continuously send him money. You set up to over $8,000. You're dumb as fuck. That's number 3. Then number 4, you went to go visit him in prison. Girl, what the fuck for? He let's just take away the fact that he's saying that this is for camera. This was for camera. He humiliated you for the world to see. That's dumb. That's dumb. So now she mad at both him and which rightfully so. Be mad at both of them, right? But also be mad at your dumb ass. Be mad at your own self because, girl, you are stupid. You are dumb. So then Hunter called Kate, right? And Kate was at the pool with some guy named Enrique, and baby, Hunter immediately got pissed off. I was like, oh. So turnabout is fair. So when it's, what, like the age old saying goes, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. And we see that, right? So in closing, we see Kaylee's slow ass. This bird brain is at some kind of a park burying a ring you bought. Burying a dildo, which I thought that was so fucking nasty. That has been inside of your vagina and maybe even your ass and maybe even in your mouth. So you are technically you're littering. You're littering. You littered on camera. But so you bury things that you bought, not shit that he bought for you. How much sense does that make? But I'm still stuck on you putting a dildo in the ground. I'm still stuck on you with the dildo. I'm still stuck on her in this dildo. When I saw that, I said, girl, what the fuck was the purpose of you burying it in the dildo? Kate and Hunter are still together, but Hunter still has other pen pals. I'm not shocked. I don't give a damn. They all stupid. End of the story. That's it, you guys, for this season of Love After Love. No. This is Love During Lockup. That's it for this season of Love During Lockup. It was okay. I know Love After, like I said last week, and I said it again this week. Love After Lockup, we premiere in March. I don't know what day in March, but it premieres in March. So I know we got 2 returning couples. Joey and his boyfriend is finally getting out of prison. And we're going to see Savannah and Bradley. Not somebody that I really wanted to see, but it is what it is, you guys. That's the episode. Feel free to leave your comments about what you thought about this season and this episode as a whole. Did I talk about everybody? I want to make sure I talked about everybody before I get off here, because I feel like I missed something. So we talked about Kate, Hunter, and Kaylee. We did their closing. We did T and Robin did their closing. We did Jakeem and Donnie in their closing. Crystal and Sam, we did their closing, right? Right? We did their closing. Yeah. We did Savannah and Bradley, and we did their closing, and we did MJ and Willie. So that's it, you guys. I think we got it. If I did miss anything that you guys want to discuss, feel free to drop down in the comment section. And I will catch you guys in the next week, guys. As always, stay safe, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll see you guys for Love After Lockup in March. But y'all know I'm still on here doing other stuff. But for as far as Love After Lockup goes, we're done until March. Like I said, I'm not reviewing that crime story. I don't care nothing about it. But I'll see you guys later.